You've spent years trying to say the right thing to seem more attractive. The truth is almost the opposite. There are three specific phrases, each backed by real psychological research, that create instant connection not because they're clever, but because of exactly what they signal beneath the words themselves. Subscribe before we go further. These aren't tricks. They work because they're genuinely true. And that's exactly why they land. Part 1. Tell me more about that. This phrase works because of a specific psychological need almost everyone carries, and rarely gets satisfied: the need to feel genuinely heard, past the surface level. Most conversations move quickly from topic to topic, skimming the surface of what people actually care about. Tell me more about that, said with real curiosity, signals that you're not simply waiting for your turn to talk. It invites someone to go deeper, and the specific moment they choose to trust you with something more personal is often the exact moment attraction quietly begins. Part 2. I noticed. This phrase works through a psychological principle researchers call specificity of attention. Generic compliments, "you're funny," "you're pretty," are easy to dismiss because they could apply to almost anyone. I noticed how "you," followed by something genuinely specific, signals that you were actually paying close attention, not simply offering a polite, interchangeable compliment. Specificity is what makes someone feel truly seen, rather than simply flattered. If you've ever felt an instant spark from someone noticing a small detail about you that most people miss, hit like right now, because that reaction wasn't random. It was this exact mechanism at work. Part 3. What's something you're really proud of? This phrase works because of Arthur Aron's closeness research, the same study behind the well-known 36 questions that lead to love experiment. Questions that invite genuine, positive self-disclosure, not surface small talk, accelerate emotional closeness dramatically faster than ordinary conversation. Pride is a specific, vulnerable emotion. Asking about it invites someone to share something meaningful rather than performative. And people remember vividly who made space for that. Subscribe if this is resonating. Next week, we go deeper into exactly how Aron's closeness research actually works, question by question. Part 4. Why these work. Why manipulation tactics don't. It matters to say this directly. These phrases work specifically because they're genuine. Attraction research consistently shows that authenticity outperforms scripted tactics over any meaningful time frame people can sense, even unconsciously, when a phrase is a performance rather than real interest. These three work because they create actual curiosity, actual attention, and actual vulnerability. Used insincerely, as a formula rather than genuine interest, they lose their effect almost immediately. If you've ever felt the specific letdown of realizing someone's interest in you was actually a rehearsed line, drop it in the comments. I think you'll recognize exactly why it fell flat the moment you noticed. Closing. None of these three phrases are tricks to extract attraction from someone who wouldn't otherwise feel it. They're simply the clearest, most direct way to communicate something that actually matters: real attention, real curiosity, real presence. Say them because you mean them, and the effect described in the research will follow naturally, because it was never really about the words. It was about what the words were finally allowed to carry. Hit that like button if you're going to try one of these this week. Drop in the comments which of these 3 do you already use, and which one are you going to try. I read every single one. Subscribe before you go. We go deeper into connection psychology next week. Until then, ask the real question. See what happens.